Hey guys, this is Not Lammers of Invoked 101. Welcome back. I'm filming this purely on my phone, and this is a kind of first take at the brand new Amazement deck. I'm really excited to show this deck off. I don't have everything here on the table because there is something kind of interesting that I'm playing about this, and I want to show that throughout the profile. But we're going to take a look at this as engines. I was actually talking about this deck with my buddy Tyler, and he mentioned that he thought it would work better as an engine. I have to agree. After playtesting this pure, I do think that it is really cool, but I think that you really only need a small amount of these cards to really make a dent. So that's what we're playing in this. But for all intents and purposes, this is Amazement. So we'll start with the monsters, and then we'll move into their spells and traps, and then we'll talk about the supplementary engine that I'm playing with this. Before we get into it, we do have stickers if you feel like getting yourself some Invoked 101 merch, including the brand new Speedroid merch down in the description below. That is where you can find it. All right, let's get right into the Amazement monsters. So first off, I'm playing 2 Arclino. I do only have 2. What I'm playing is typically what I have of these cards, especially the higher rarity ones. Mainly this one and another card I'll show off. But Arclino is really cool. He's a multi-faker in the sense of once per turn, or whenever a trap card is activated, you can special summon him from the hand. Then he has another effect on your turn. Once per turn, you can banish any amount of attraction traps from the graveyard to pop that many cards your opponent controls. And then while he's on the field, once per turn during either player's turn, if your opponent normals or special summons a monster, you can equip it a attraction trap directly from the deck to that monster. So really cool. 26, 22, so not super big. And then he's a level 7 Dark Psychic, so pretty cool on that guy. Next up, we have triple Amazement Attendant Kamika, and Kamika is really good. She is the Marionetter. This is multi-faker, this is Marionetter. And not multi-faker. Kamika says, when this card is normal summoned, you can set 1 attraction trap directly from the deck. Quick effect, you can target one of your attraction traps equipped to a monster, equip it to 1 Amazement monster you control, or face-up monster your opponent controls. You can only use this effect of Kamika once per turn. So, I believe her and Bufo, the next guy, which is right there, I believe both of them do the trap switching effect. But Bufo, on normal summon, gets to target an attraction trap in the graveyard and a face-up monster the opponent controls and equip it from the grave to that monster. Then he has the quick effect to target an attraction trap, equip it to... Yep, he has the same trap switch equip effect that Kamika had. But this is our lineup. I like the 2, the 3, the 2. You could play 3 Arclino. I was trying to get a third one, and I probably would have played a third one. Bufo is okay. He's not super great, mainly because turn 1 you want to see Kamika, but we'll play him at 2 for now and see how that goes. But yeah, super cool. I love the theme park aesthetic on these guys too. Like they just look they look amazing, you know. But yeah. So next up we have the spell, which is triple Amazing Time Ticket. And yeah, I got 2 of the ultra rares. I'm cool. But yeah, Amazing Time Ticket. This was, we're not playing the field spell. This is the only spell card of theirs that we're playing. And it says, it's a quick play spell, and it says, pay 800 life points, apply this effect depending whose turn it is. If it's your turn, add an Amazement card from the deck to the hand. If it's your opponent's turn, set an attraction trap directly from the deck, and it can be activated that turn. So even if you open doubles, you just set it, and then you set a trap. It's a trap trick for the deck, and it's a Rhoda. It's pretty amazing, all for the small cost of 800 to get into the park. So, super cool. Then for the traps, we are playing 3 Amazement Family Faces. So this is really cool. This is searchable off of the Amazing Time Ticket, but you can't set this off of the other guys, the main deck monsters, Kamika and stuff like that. But Amazement Family Faces says, target a monster your opponent controls equipped with an attraction trap. Equip this card to it. While this card is equipped to the monster, take control of the equipped monster. It cannot activate its effects. It's treated as an Amazement monster, and it gains 500 attack. You can only activate 1 per turn. So yeah, really cool card. Amazing that it takes it and turns it into an Amazement monster. That's fantastic. Next up, we have the 3 of, which is 3 Amaze Attraction Horror House. So all these are called Amaze Attractions, but you know we'll shorten it for Attraction. But yeah, this is the really cool one. This is the one that I've seen the most of. pulled. There's been like 5 of these floating around in our area. So it says, target amazement monster you control or one face-up monster your opponent controls, equip this card to it. You can activate the following effect based on which player controls the equipped monster. Now that is shared between all of the attraction traps. All of them have the ability to equip to an opponent's monster or an amazement monster you control. If you control the monster, target one effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of this turn. Really good effect. If your opponent controls it, change the equipped monster to face-down defense position. Super good, super cool. It's a Book of Moon, or it's a negate, and I think that's insane. Next up, we play 2, let me move some of these aside, 2 Cyclocoaster. Cyclocoaster is the one that I was trying to get a third of, but there was not a third one pulled out of 2 sneak peeks. I got both of them. As far as I know, there might have been another one pulled, but anyways, what this one does the equip to an amazement or to one of your opponent's monsters, and then it says target a spell and trap your opponent controls, send both it and this card to the graveyard if you control it, and then if your opponent controls it, add an amazement monster from your deck to your hand, and if you do, send this card to the graveyard. So this is another Roto, which is pretty neat. Unfortunate that it does send itself. It would be really nice if it was just a once per turn, like get rid of a spell and trap or a once per turn search as long as they had that monster. But I kind of get it. You just equip this to a thing, search, and then you send it off to get the probably the Arclino to then equip Horror House from the deck. And then the last one I only play this as a one of. I don't play the other 2. I don't think the other 2 are very good, but Wonder Wheel definitely has its benefits because it can trigger in the damage step. So it does the equip thing, and then it says if you control it during your main phase, place 1 card from your hand on the bottom of the deck, then draw a card. So it's a nice little card trade. What is it? Card trader? Yeah. And then if your opponent controls the card, switch the equipped monster's current attack and defense until the end of this turn. That can trigger in damage step. That's amazing, and that's the reason I'm playing this as a one of. Simply just to equip it to something, and then if they try to crash or swing over, you can flip this and make them either crash or, like I said, get beat over. That's it for that stuff. We're going to talk about hand traps real quick because they're real simple. 3 Ash, and then you probably predicted this because we are playing 3 Multi-Faker, 3 Imperm. We can also play Judgment if you want to play Judgment or Strike, whatever of those. If you want to play those, you can. These are just what I'm playing for this. But yeah. Now for our supplementary engine, it is Phantom Knights. We're playing Phantom Knights with this. It's another trap-heavy engine strategy, and this gives the deck more normal summons. It gives it a little bit more versatility, specifically because triggering Fogblade and then summoning Arclino is pretty cool. That can be fun. That's the main reason we're playing this, is just to get some more bodies on board, and also because this deck is clearly a control deck. Like, this has the beginnings of a control strategy, much like Altergeist does, much like Guru. It's very much following in that path, so I feel Phantom Knights can help push that strategy. We're playing 3 Torn Scales because this is one of the big Phantom Knight starters. Playing 3 Ancient Cloak, 3 Boots because it specials itself, and the 1 Gloves, mainly for the banish to send a Phantom Knight card from deck to grave. So pretty cool. That's actually it for the main deck monsters. So I would say pretty average monster count. We're playing 7 of those, then we're playing 9 Phantom Knights. So yeah, like 16 monsters, and then the 3 Ash. For the Phantom Knight stuff, 1 rank up magic, 1 Phantom Knights rank up magic force. Really good card. Really searchable off of the Silent Boots and whatnot. You can set it off Bardiche. Pretty cool. Actually, I don't think you can set it off Bardiche, but you can search it. 1, the Shade Brigandine, mainly because if we get this and we don't have any traps in our graveyard yet, but we have Arclino in hand, we can special the Arclino off this. By special summoning this, that will trigger Arclino in hand. And then 3 Fogblades, because like I mentioned earlier, Fogblade into Arclino is funny, because then you can equip Horror House to the next thing they special, which is pretty great. And then you just Book a Moon, whatever it is that they summon. So that is it for the main deck. This is a really cool concept strategy. I wouldn't say that this is finalized. It's definitely just one of those things that I threw together because I thought it would be really cool, and I think it'll work out. Mio has graciously lended me her Phantom Knights for this, so I can't thank her enough for that. Anyways, for our Xyz monsters, 1 Breaksword, 1 Raider's Knight, 1 Arc Rebellion, 1 Dark Requiem, And then that's really it. I haven't filled out the extra deck. It's mostly just the Phantomite stuff right now because you can play whatever. The Amazement guys don't have an extra deck and they vary in level. So if you want to just play some links, you can. So I'm playing stuff like Bardiche. Well, obviously I'm playing Bardiche and Cherubini to get the 3s in the grave, but I'm also playing Apollousa and Boral Sword because OTK is funny. But yeah, that's it. It's just an 8-card extra deck. Whatever else you want to throw in here, Nightmares I feel would be really good in this. If you wanted to play Vert, you could probably find room. I'm certain you could cut Bufo, the 2 Bufos and the Wonder Wheel, and you could easily Dragoon in this deck if you wanted to, which just pushes forward that ideology that this is a control strategy. But yeah, with that all said, thank you for watching. This is a deck I'm really excited to see and play. This is a deck I've been waiting for, and I was super happy that I was able to get basically the whole deck, aside from like one Cyclocoaster. So that's pretty exciting, and we'll see how this works out. I'll definitely be testing this throughout the next couple weeks and changing this. I do have the idea for Eldritch Amazement, which I think could be really cool, but we'll see how all that shapes up. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.